Greetings, class. Professor Jackson. My name is Raul Reyes III, and today I will be informing you on concussions in football. This is not a football tragedy. This is a human tragedy that impacts families, loved ones, and an innocent child left behind. Those are the words of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell on the suicide murder of Javon Belcher. Belcher was a linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. One night he killed his family, and the next day he killed himself in the parking lot of his team's facilities in front of his coaches. Who's to say that football had anything to do with the Belcher tragedy? But with all the talk on mental illnesses and former players killing themselves, what if football played a role in Javon Belcher killing his family and himself? Today I will discuss the role of concussions in football, the effects of concussions in football, and the preventative measures taken in football to prevent concussions. First, let's start by defining what is a concussion. A concussion is a clinical term used to describe severe traumatic head injury. On December 3rd, 2012, Boston University conducted a study which found 33 cases of CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a disease developed from recurring concussions. 33 of those cases were found in former NFL players. 15 of them were untold and unpublicized. Currently, the NFL is being sued by 4,000 ex-players and 1,500 of their spouses and children. They claim that the league has purposely ignored and concealed information about concussions. As you can see, concussions play a sensitive role in football today. Next, I will speak on the effects of concussions in football. Recently, the NFL Disability Board has agreed that head trauma is responsible for brain injury. 3 ex-players were recently awarded disability payments. But as of 2009, the NFL denied that head trauma was the cause for severe brain injury over time. Now, only 10% of concussions will result in a loss of consciousness. Some of the other symptoms will include headaches, loss of memory, vomiting, dizziness, and confusion. When those symptoms are obvious or exhibited by a player, it is recommended that they sit out for a while. Sometimes players may experience an impact at a subconcussive level. The impact is still there, but it's just not as severe. Many times those players just continue to play through it, week after week on the field, which over time eventually could be deadly. Now I will speak on the preventative measures taken by the league and football all around to prevent concussions in football. Now kids are required to pass a medical exam to return to play. This has been put in place in 10 states, including New Jersey, Oregon, Virginia, and Oklahoma, so that kids won't be enabled by their coaches to return to play after receiving injury. They must be examined by either a doctor or a certified athletic trainer before they're able to play again. Also used in the NFL is a program called Impact. It is also used by colleges and approximately 4,000 high schools. It is used after a player has received a concussion, and it tests the basic skills such as memory and word recognition. Passing this impact test will allow for players to return to the field, and it ensures that there was not an erosion of skills. There is also coming a reform to helmets. Helmet companies, they are having to redesign the way that helmets are constructed. With all the strict rules imposed by the league, they have to conform to ensure that the game is safer. I have just reviewed some of the preventive measures taken by the league to prevent concussions. I have just reviewed the roles of concussions in football, the effects of concussions in football, and the preventative measures. I would like to leave you with a personal note, one of my personal experiences that I've had while playing the game of football. I have played football for 14 years. I've suffered a concussion before. I've suffered broken limbs before. But I haven't stopped. Who knows, I may have CTE myself, or suffer from traumatic, severe brain injury. But I continue to play. Thank you, audience, for your time. It was a pleasure.